Hello? Oh my goodness. How long has it been since I have been on here with you guys? Hey, everybody. Okay, I want to give it a second. Make sure that I'm in the right place. Make sure you can hear me, all the things. Hello, hello, hello. So I'm so excited about tonight. So today we had a sample party at my house, and we had several people show up, and we had a customer of mine show up and decided to upgrade to a partner. So that was a win, right? Had a lot of people that said they were going to come and didn't get to come, but because they didn't, now they feel obligated. So bet you they gonna buy something. So I was just gonna see how everybody is. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Tammy. Tonight so I've been doing this thing on my Facebook page, and I don't know if you guys have been watching it or not, but I'm doing a Zingo board for my team. And one of the things that's on that Zingo board is you have to go live every single day. Well, my girls have been doing it, but Melissa has not. So I decided, you know what? I'm the one that leads by example. I'm not going to have them do anything that I'm not doing. So I decide to find me my little something in order to go live every single day. So Bria's got this thing where she packs her lunch every single day, and Tabitha's got this thing where she's just amazing, and she just speaks life into people. So I decided to start doing every single day, talking about mindset, talking about getting out of your own way and doing the things. And it's so funny because I have got like the most controlling personality trait that there is. I've got to be in control of things. It's like, you know, in corporate, when I was in the corporate world, it was always like, if you want something done, do it yourself. If you want something done right, do it yourself. And that's how it's always been with me. And so I've always had this controlling person. Why is this not set up right? Hang on. I am jacked up. So I've always had this controlling personality. And so I figure mindset would be a great, great thing to go live every day. Well, I didn't realize that God was going to start putting stuff in front of me that I was going to have to start practicing what I was preaching, because it was, every day it's been something, and I'm just like, okay, how you going to deal with this? Okay, how you going to deal with this? Because that's not what you said on your video. What you said on your video is, you know, you need to do this and this and this. So I'm going to talk to you guys tonight about how to let go of things that you can't control and just focus on things that you can control, because that's what, if you can figure out how to do that, then like everything else is easy. I don't know if most of you have heard like my whole story, but when I was in my 20s, I was in a really abusive relationship. And I think, because I had no control over anything in my life when that was going on, I think when I got out of that, that's when it just like went to the whole other extreme side. And because of just being in that situation where I didn't have any control, as I got older, it just got worse and worse and worse and worse. And not only did I want to control the things that I could control, but I wanted to control everything. I wanted to control things I couldn't control, the things that were out of my control. And what happened was, when you can't control those things, it led to anxiety, it led to fear, it led to doubt. I mean, are y'all with me? Anybody else feel me? Is it just me? I did it with Singular when I first started, but because I wanted to control everybody else's business too. Like everybody that was on my team, I wanted to control their business too. So what I did was I found myself enabling people and not empowering people, because like, oh, she's busy, let me do this for her. Oh, she's busy, let me do this. How do you do this, Melissa? Oh, I'll just do it for you. Instead of teaching people and enabling people and letting people know, how to do it, I would just do it for them. So obviously we know that doesn't work, right? Because you can't run more than one business. So what happened was, people's businesses just imploded because I did not empower them. I did not teach them. I just tried to control it. And so I had to, over the years, really work on letting go of the things that I don't need to control, and especially those things that I can't control, and focus on and just put all of my effort in what I can. So when you focus on what you can't control, it sucks the energy and the life out of you, and it sucks the attention away from the things that we can do to grow big, and we can do to do big things. And focusing on what we can't control makes us less effective, and potentially leads to outcomes that we fear the most. When we're trying to do it to control that fear, it ends up leading to more fear. The more time and energy that we're spending on the things that we can't control, the less time and energy that we're spending on things where we can actually make a difference. Does that make sense? Y'all with me so far? So when you're building a business, worrying about whether or not you're going to hit a rank, or someone in your downline hits a rank, has zero impact in helping them achieve that, or helping you achieve that. Worrying about it does nothing. Instead, shift all that thinking, and focus on doing the things to get you to that rank, instead of worrying about if you're going to get to it. That's been really a big challenge over the years too, for me, because I'm so competitive with myself, and I know a lot of people out there, I know a lot of you are competitive too. So when you get to that point where you're competitive, and you've got your big board, and you've got your goals and all this kind of stuff, and you sit there and you say, oh my gosh, am I going to do that? Oh my gosh, I've only got 1 week left. And, just that worry, I think it takes away, when you use that energy towards the worry and the anxiousness and stuff, it takes away from the everyday things that you could do. You could put that energy and put that energy into something that's going to help you get to your goal, instead of doing something that's sucking the life out of you. So you can, hang on, let me get my notes, because y'all know I'm going to get on my rabbit trail and forget half of this stuff. So you can control the input, but you cannot control the output. So let's talk about things that you have control over, okay? And y'all, look what I did today. I was getting ready for, and I'll tell y'all this has nothing to do with what I'm training tonight, but I was getting ready for my sampling party today, because I had to get my house clean and everything. And I'm sitting there with my dish rag, and I'm just wiping these counters like crazy, and my finger gets hung on the sink, and I don't know if it's broke or if it's jammed. It's swollen to about twice the size that it's supposed to be, and it hurts so bad. So what I can't control, what I can control is doing this training. What I can't control is the pain. So I'm trying not to focus on the pain, but it hurts. Dang it. That was so stupid of me to do. Okay, so let's talk about what are some things that you can control? You have complete control over. I got a bunch. Your attitude. How you choose to react to situations and people. You've got control over that. Your efforts. The amount of work and dedication that you put into your business, you got control over that. You've got control over your actions. The decisions you make and the steps that you take. You got control over that. You've got control over your words. Ooh, that's a big one. How you communicate with others, including your tone and the content. Your words have the power of life and death. That's one of the things I talk a lot about. Your focus. You've got control over your focus, whether you choose to prioritize and pay attention. You've got control over your habits, the daily routines and behaviors that you develop over time. You've got control over your reactions and how you respond to challenges, how you respond to setbacks, how you respond to success. You've got control over your perspective. That's the way you view things. You've got control over your goals. That is what you set for yourself and how you work to make that happen. You've got control over your self-care, how you take care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. You've got control over your learning. Hang on. You've got control over your learning, the effort you put into acquiring new knowledge and skills. You've got control over your time management, and that is how you allocate the hours that you have in a day. You've got control over your boundaries. This is the limits that you set in any relationship that you're in. And you've got control over your environment. That's the people that you surround yourself with. And then you've got control over your finances. You get to choose how to budget and how to save and how to spend your money. Okay, so we got 15 things that we have control over. What are some things that we don't have control over? Other people's opinions. You ain't got no control over how other people perceive and judge you. No control over that. You have no control over other people's actions, the decisions and the behaviors of others, including team members and customers. You have no control over that. You have no control over past events. What's already happened, you can't change it. That's why the front window is way bigger than the rear view, because you ain't going that way, you're going this way. You have no control over the future. Specific outcomes or events that will happen in the future, you have no control over. You have no control over the weather. You have no control over traffic. You have no control over market conditions. You have no control over time. You have no control over natural disasters, technology issues. You have no control over other people's feelings. You have no control over the inevitability of change. Things are going to change, and it's uncertain. Those are some things you have no control over. So by focusing on what you can control, letting go of what you can't, you can direct your energy more effectively and maintain a healthier, more productive mindset. Okay, so we got through those. We got through what we can change, what we can control, what we can't control. So here's the reality. Even though you might not like the situation that you're in, and oh Lord, I could preach for days on this, because my last year or so has been crazy. But once you learn to accept what is and focus on finding the good in everything, then you win. And all the crap that just sucks the life out of you, it doesn't win. It's all about in how you choose to look at things. So when we talk about attitude, while we can't control what happens to us, we can control our attitude towards things. We can choose to be positive. We can choose to find the good. Positivity is contagious, y'all. Positivity makes you worth interacting with. You need to be somebody that people look forward to seeing every single day, no matter what kind of crap goes on in your life. And that's hard. I'm going to tell you right now, it is hard when you are in a situation where it's, like you guys all know that I take care of my dad full time. And there are days when it is hard to see, the good. But if you look, it's always there. And I can't control what's going on. I can't control like where he's at, with physically. I can't control where he's at, emotionally. But what I can do is I can speak life over him. I can speak life into my house. I can speak life over myself, and I can choose to find the good. I can choose to say, my dad's here today. I get to spend another day with my dad. Instead of looking at all the stuff that's hard, I get to spend another day with my dad. It's your attitude. And then it's a lot easier to pour into your team, because some days it's hard. Some days it's hard when you're getting the life sucked out of you, to turn around and say, yay, good job, guys. But when you change your attitude and when you find the good and you just exude positivity, that's when things can change. Your effort. You can have a can-do attitude and put your utmost effort into every single thing that you do. You can't control the outcome of the situations, but when you control your effort, the things that you do daily, the things that you just like your IPAs doing, or like Cynthia doing your 50 touches every single day. You can control that. You can control your effort. You don't have any control over the outcome, but if you put in the work, the outcome's going to happen. So if you increase the number of positive outcomes that you have when you do the things every single day, day in and day out. If you want more than what you got, work more. I mean, it's as simple as that. They are giving away $400 extra every single month. And all you have to do is get 1,000 points and 5 people. Are you doing it? With no excuses, without fail. If you didn't do it last month, talk to more people this month and get it done. Get up 15 minutes early. Stay up 15 minutes late. Call 5 more people. Send 5 more messages. Get 5 more people on the phone. Talk to your coach every single day. Set your goals. If you don't reach them at the end of the day, why? I mean, it's on you. Make 1 more post. You can control your efforts. You can set a goal and not stop until it's done. So you can have excuses or you can have results, but you can't have both. How many times have you heard that in your singular time? It is just like over and over. Let me see what I've done this. I'm messed up. I got notes everywhere. Hang on. But that's it. You can have excuses. You can have results. That you can't control whether someone says yes or no, but you can control what you do. You can control your own actions and your own effort into this business. Your own personal development. And this is my favorite one because positive affirmations and speaking life over yourself is probably the most important thing that's changed everything that I've done. So you've got to speak. Nobody's going to, you're your own worst enemy. You can self-sabotage yourself faster than anybody else can. So when you're speaking life over yourself, it has so much more power than anybody else telling you you're great. Anybody else telling you I believe in you. Anybody else telling you you can do this. When you look in yourself in the mirror and you say, I got this. I am an executive. I am going to do this. I am capable. I am worthy. I'm a great leader. It has so much more power when you're speaking life over yourself because those lies that we tell ourselves are so loud and they're so big. But when you're speaking all that positive affirmation of yourself, the lies gets softer and softer. There's no room for those lies in your head when all that positivity is going in there. So you've got to start speaking life and you've got to are you doing something every single day to make yourself better? Are you continuing to learn? Are you showing up for trainings? Are you watching podcasts? Are you learning from people at ranks that you want to be at? Are you reaching out to your upline and asking them to help guide you? You can control what you fill your mind with and you can control the things that you need to do to grow. And I promise you, you've got to continue to do it every single day. You've got to grow mentally every single day. You cannot stop educating yourself. And what they say, your team's never going to outgrow your own personal development or something like that. Your team's never going to grow more than what you develop yourself. Something like that. I can't remember the exact thing, but you've got to continue to just grow and develop mentally and all the things. Like you've got to be able to control up here. You've got to. Another thing that you can control is your physical health. This was a hard one for me for years and years and years. We taking control over your health changes everything with your business. I promise. I'm living proof. Real talk, okay? I lost all control. Y'all watched my journey. Y'all know. I'm not even gonna pretend. I lost all control between COVID and the summer of 2023 when I went through building the house and all that kind of stuff. So I have got every excuse in the book why this happened. I can tell you. I mean, y'all know what I went through with the house. Y'all know what I went through with, just all the stress of that and just I've got all the excuses. But the day after Thanksgiving, 2023, and Jan Berg reminded me of this, and I didn't even remember. I told her before this happened, I saw that picture. I said, I'm going to take my products every day. I don't know what else I'm going to do. I'm going to take my products every single day. I'm going to commit to that. That's all I can do. I can at least commit to that. And that was the day that that everything changed. Oh gosh, I did that. I started taking my products every single day. And then You know, it wasn't that I ate great. I mean, some days I did, some days I didn't. Had this little like plan that I did. It wasn't part of Zingular plan. I made up my own, but it was working for me. And it was allowing me to not be perfect. And that's what I needed. I needed something that I could not be perfect when I screwed up with the food, as long as I took my products every single day. So, I mean, before that happened and before I did lose like all this weight, oh my gosh, I mean, is anybody else like me and felt like a complete hypocrite? You know, I worked less because I had gained weight or I didn't look like I used to. So my confidence level, you know, you can have the excuses again, or you can choose to control what you can control, and you can control what you put in your mouth. You can control taking your supplements every single day, and you can decide to be a product of the product. You can decide to do some kind of exercise every day. You can decide to drink your water. You can decide to follow whatever meal plan. The confidence you gain by that changes everything. You can get up every single morning and make a decision that today I'm going to change one thing. Don't try to change everything. Just change one thing. If it's all it is I'm going to take my products every single day, then do it. You're going to have temptations all the time. They don't stop. Life doesn't stop. Stress doesn't stop. And if you're a stress eater like me, stress is going to knock you upside the head, run you over, wheelbarrow and everything else. I mean, but you got to make the decision every single day. And you're either going to do two things. You're going to give in or you're going to get up. So you're either going to give into it or you're going to get up. And every single victory, every time you get up, instead of giving in, celebrate yourself. You know, it deserves a victory. So get control of your health. That is, you just feel better. You feel better. You have new before and after pictures. You get a whole new, you know, array of people to help you. You can control that. Nobody else can. You can control that. Even though you may not think you can, and you've tried 1,000 times, try one more, because you can control that. You also can control your gratitude. Every single day, make a list of what you're thankful for. Because I can promise you, no matter how bleak life is, how many bad things that you think are happening in your life, you can always find something to be thankful for. Be thankful for your breath. Be thankful for every day that you have. Make a list of all the good things that happen that day. Tell someone every single day that you're thankful that they're in your life. Write a thank you note for something and send it to somebody. And doing kindness and spreading kindness to somebody else, it fills you up with joy. So when days are hard and when days are sad, do something nice for somebody else, because that brings you joy. And there's always going to be storms that we go through. But even through those storms, you're always going to be able to find things that you're thankful for. So here we go. We're going to keep a positive attitude. We're going to work hard every single day on your business. You're going to make sure your actions are making yourself better physically and mentally. And you're going to have an attitude of gratitude. And if you can do those things each and every day and focus on areas that you can control and that are important, then you'll have less room for stress. You'll have less room for anxiety, and you'll have control over your mindset. That's one thing that you'll definitely have control over. No one else can have control over your mind unless you let them. Nobody. No one else can speak negativity over you, and you receive that unless you let them. You have to decide that. You've got control over all that. Let it go of things that you can't control. It doesn't mean giving up. It means focusing on where you can make a real impact. So it will increase your effectiveness, and it will create a more sustainable and more successful Zingular business. So this is what I do. Take an XR2, 2, 3, 4 in a day, 5 sometimes, and just rest in the things that you can do, and rest in the things that you can control. Focus on them. Speak life into yourself, because you are so amazing. You are so worthy. You're worthy of greatness. You're worthy of abundance. You're worthy of a big singular business, and you're enough. You don't have to be anything other than you. You're enough. You just got to make the decision to do it every single day, day in and day out. Don't let anything stop you, because the goals that you set for yourself are there. They're waiting on you. And the only way that you're not going to reach them is if you just give up and if you stop. But don't do that. Don't ever do that, because the only person you're giving up on is you. And it ain't worth it, because those big goals out there, they're just, oh my gosh, they're just right outside your reach right now. So go get it. Control the things you can. Focus on that. Let go of everything else. Let go of all the shaduki, all the rest of the stuff, because it ain't worth it. Get your mind right. Go to work. Let's make this the best month ever. Go run with that promo. Oh, I'm so thankful that they gave us another one. We still got tonight and tomorrow. Run with it and just change everything about this month. You are amazing. I love you so much. I hope you have a fantastic night. We'll see you next time.